great time making a movie. For once in my life, I'd be on TV like a big actress. So you like the rest? What I just said? Huh? So, what do you want to know? Well, I'm Anja Huberman, now Jakubowicz Jacobs. I was born in Poland in a city named Wrocławek. And my parents their name was Rosa and Froim. I was one of 3 children. I had a brother and a sister. My sister was older than I was, about 2.5 years, and my brother was younger by 2.5 years. I was a middle child. As children, I remember we were always busy reading a lot, doing homework, writing, and on Shabbat we used to get together with other friends and singing and dancing.
My mother loved life. She exuded warmth. She loved to have fun. She loved people. She was a great storyteller with an incredible memory, and she was so affectionate. We grew up with whatever family survived and a community of survivors that were tight. But something was very dark in her past, and little by little, she shared pieces of it with me. Only because I asked and asked. I was the kind of kid who just had to know, and luckily she was willing.
We were scared for the Germans because we heard stories what were happening to the Jewish people in Germany, the evacuations and grabbing their belongings, whatever they had, they chased them out of the houses. So we were scared. A lot of young people were escaping they were trying to get more to the Russian zone. Some young people were hiding, especially men. For a while they were taking men to work for all kind of hard work, and the fear was constantly there. We didn't know what's going to happen.
What prevented people from just escaping?
And what prevented us from going someplace else? We couldn't believe in bad things. We felt right now, the beginning in 1939, the Germans came in, they want this, they want that, but everything will settle and then everybody will be able to go back to work and live their life. It's not easy when you have a home and a life to leave everything and go. Go where?
My Zidele, the girls are filming me. They only want I should be a star. Tomorrow morning they're leaving. And you know what? They're spoiling me here.
So, Mom, do you mind answering all these questions?
No. We shouldn't forget what happened. Because with that we continue to remember, we give a message to the world. Don't let it happen again. No place, and no country.
We had 2 big synagogues in our town. That was in 1939 still, but right after Rosh Hashanah, the Germans burned all our synagogues. The following day, when we heard what was happening in the city, so many people got arrested and some were killed. A lot of people started to prepare themselves to leave the town. And we were starting to pack our belongings and to go, but meantime, the Germans evacuated a part of our town to other cities. They came in to my court where I live, in my building that I live. They took all the Jews out, myself and my grandmother, and my aunt and my cousin. From the whole town, they divided the town in half, and whoever lived in that half of the town was taken in the middle of the night. They gave you only 5 minutes to take whatever you could. You had to get dressed and you scared. And you get dressed. I was young. I was 13 and a half years old. Whatever I could dress. I remember my grandmother grabbed the flowers, the plants that we had in the house, and gave it to a Polish neighbor. She didn't know that she would come back, that they shouldn't die. And whatever she could grab for herself, she grabbed, I remember, a pillowcase, and she threw in rice and sugar and whatever in packages we had, food, she threw in.
Germans came into the apartment?
Yeah.
Germans came in and said,
Raus. 5 minutes later. And we came to this place like a farmer's market. All the Jews were there. And then they marched us to near the train station, like a big hall. There we stayed overnight. The following day, they put us on trains, cattle trains, and they shipped us to another town, to central Poland, a very little town called Ozhov.
Variations of Anna's story happened all over, from tiny villages to large cities. Millions of people were rounded up and taken from their homes to ghettos, forced labor camps, and concentration camps. Of course, my mother didn't want to talk to me about what she endured, but as I grew up, she told me stories in bits and pieces, how much she loved her family and how she never saw them again. I imagined it all as a movie, and she was the star of it, but it was all too real. I'll never know a fraction of what she went through, but I'm grateful for everything she shared. It wasn't easy for her, but as always, her warmth and humor carried us all.
And the other pictures with You're right. Mommy left. Yeah. Is that
so
still
proud of
working?
Yeah, we're so proud of you.
Is that still working?
Why not?
I don't see the
I
light
mean-
on.
I mean, when you kissed me, it is still showing?
Why not?
We want to be in the movie too. Can't have you be the only star.
So
Not dressed right.